Everyone wants to hack aging. Yet the real secret to longevity isn't found in a lab. It's found in the way you live every day. Around the world, those centenarians who live the longest share the same simple rhythm. They eat real foods, they move often, rest deeply, enjoy their lives to the fullest, and love wholeheartedly. However, science has made aging sound like a disease, a pathology to cure, a code to crack, a $1 billion experiment running inside the human body. But the truth is simpler. Aging is not a malfunction. It's a process of oxidation and glycation, accumulation and adaptation. And while laboratories chase immortality through molecules, injections, and algorithms, real longevity is being created quietly every day by people who eat well, move daily, and live in a rhythm and beautiful coherence with themselves. The science of aging, the story we are being sold. Modern science defines aging as progressive decline of cellular function over time. It blames oxidative stress, glycation, telomere shortening, mitochondrial dysfunction, chronic inflammation, and subsequently DNA damage, all of which are valid mechanisms but isolated ones that look disconnected, showing no relation or logic, almost falling on your head phenomenons. What's been sold to us, however, is far more fatalistic story. We've been told that one day every one of us will get sick with something and that it will inevitably happen for everyone. That illness, fatality, and degeneration are not just possibilities but certainties. So kinda let's normalize it already and get on with the facts. We've been conditioned to believe that disease is our destiny, that if it's not dementia or Parkinson's, it will be cancer, if not the heart, then digestive organs, if not the joints, then the genes. This narrative was built over decades of research that mapped mechanisms of decline, but forgot to mention the body's extraordinary capacity for disease prevention and repair. Medical statistics are repeated as prophecy. 1 in 2 people will develop cancer in their lifetime. Every third person will experience cognitive decline, while every fourth or so will have type 2 diabetes, period. While those numbers have a basis in this data, they ignore the factors that drive such outcomes, which are environment, lifestyle, diet, sleep, and stress. Instead, this narrative was taken by the media and pharmaceutical markets and turned into continuous stream of fear-based messaging, propaganda spreading, brainwashing, and convincing millions that aging equals disease and that salvation lies in external interventions. Then the market took those mechanisms and turned them into products. Name a few: telomere therapies that promise to extend your youth, harsh and chronic intermittent fastings from 16 to 78 hours, promising do whatever you want in between. Over-exercising and strenuous exercising, which is exercising for hours and running marathon. NAD plus boosters that sell energy in a capsule or injections. Senolytic drugs designed to clear zombie cells. Gene editing as the next miracle of immortality. Cryotherapy chambers, peptide stacks, stem cell infusions, and all in pursuit of a frozen version of youth. Now, I'm not saying there is something wrong with science. I mean, it's remarkable and necessary, and we are still and probably forever dependent on it. But science often forgets context. Your body is not a machine to be hacked or a petri dish to be fiddled with, but it's a living ecosystem. The thing is, cells don't regenerate in isolation. They respond to the terrain they live in. your environment, your diet, your emotions, your sleep, your movement, your nervous calmness, and your relationships. And while science explains why we age, the reality shows us rationale that how we can age well. Furthermore, this is where epigenetics change everything. Epigenetics revealed that your genes are not your destiny. They are instructions waiting for direction. What you eat, how you move, and how often, the stress you carry, the sleep you prioritize, and even the thoughts you think can alter the way your genes express themselves. This is not philosophy, it's proven science. Studies on the epigenetic clock, such as DNA methylation markers that predict biological age, show that your biological age can be reversed throughout diet, exercise, and stress reduction. In fact, one clinical trial demonstrated that participants who followed an 8-week program of nutrient-rich eating, exercise, adequate sleep, and relaxation techniques reduced their biological age by nearly 2 years compared to controls stated in Aging US Journal in 2021. Other research shows that regular physical activity activates genes involved in mitochondrial renewal and antioxidant defense, while chronic stress silences longevity genes such as SIRT1, FOXO3, and AMPK, and those are key regulators of cellular repair and metabolic resilience. This means that aging process isn't a one-way road. It's an epigenetic conversation between your choices and your cells. Your telomeres, your mitochondria and DNA are not fixed. They are fluid, responsive, and adaptable to the environments you create. Your body isn't waiting for futuristic therapy. It's waiting for an alignment. The truth is, science has given us the vocabulary for aging, glycation, oxidative stress, telomeres, mitochondria, inflammation, but it hasn't not yet learned to speak the language of living. That language is a balance, rhythm, and simplicity. It is a beautiful piece conducted and performed by your body's orchestra. It's the daily practice of gentle detoxification, good nutrition, regular exercise, oxygenation, emotional regulation, and rest. The things that make your internal terrain fertile for renewal. Okay? So yes, the science explains why we age prematurely, but reality shows how to age well gradually. And that reality begins not in a laboratory, but in your kitchen, your sleep, your deep breathing, calmness, and your consistency. The reality of longevity is where simplicity wins. Longevity isn't bought, it's cultivated, okay? You don't need a lab or a stack of synthetic molecules. You need consistency, clarity, and care. Number 1, feed yourselves with real unprocessed foods. Don't trick them. Real food is still the most potent anti-aging tool ever discovered. Lean proteins for repair, colorful vegetables and fruit for antioxidants and polyphenols, fiber for detoxification, good fats for hormone balance. Eat with rhythm, not restriction. Number 2, do not starve. Choose time-restrictive eating as opposed to intermittent fasting, as intermittent fasting develops nutritional overindulgence, malnutrition, indigestion, and develops food disorders over time. Having an overnight fast of 12 to 14 hours is more than plenty for your body to detoxify. Autophagy can be achieved during the deep sleep and REM hours and throughout high-intensity interval training and strength training exercises is more than enough. Eat rhythmically, implementing 3 meals a day with no snacking in between, and keep a small caloric deficit daily if you are on the weight maintenance. That's all. Number 3, flag the chemicals, daily alcohol intake, sugar and high glycemic foods. Those guys kill your good gut bacteria, you guys. Overload your detoxifying organs, break your skin collagen, accumulate toxic debris, and cause glycation. Okay. Number 4, detox daily and gently. Aging begins when waste builds up faster than you clear it. Support your liver, lymph, kidneys, and gut through having lemon water on empty stomach and organic Arabica coffee, black coffee, brew before your first meal in the mornings, okay? Every now and then have a sauna session to sweat it out, incorporate daily meditations and deep breathing routines, and move often. No starvation cleanses, no extremes, just rhythm. Number 5, move like you mean it, but do not over-exercise. Exercise is molecular communication. High-intensity interval and strength training preserves muscles and bone. Plyometric or metabolic cardio oxygenates mitochondria. Stretching and walking clear the lymph. As small as 30 minutes a day works, and it is not luxury, it's maintenance. Although, whatever you do, do not ever over-exercise, okay? Or try to punish yourself with it because you have eaten a little more calories-wise in a day or two. And do not do monotone cardio for hours or heavy weightlifting sessions hammering the same muscle groups. The strenuous exercises showed to negatively impact your thyroid, stress your adrenals, pumping out cortisol and keeping it on the high levels all the time, cause inflammation, and deprive your mitochondrial activity while shortening your telomeres over time. Number 6, rest to repair. Deep sleep is where regeneration actually happens. Prepare for your good night's sleep. Make your room nice, dark, and cool. Do not eat 2 to 3 hours before bedtime. Take melatonin starting in your early 40s, as it does help to drive you into deeper cellular regeneration, okay? Now, when you are in the brainwave delta, your brain clears toxins, your hormones rebalance, your DNA repairs. 7 to 8 hours with at least 40 minutes to 1 hour of deep delta sleep is non-negotiable for cellular reproduction and DNA repair. Number 7, master stress, master calmness, do not rush. Love on your emotions. Start your morning always with the sight of nature, whether it is through your window or going outside to see a morning light. Do not start your day staring into your phone. That disrupts your circadian rhythms and damages your pineal gland over time, okay? Chronic elevated cortisol is the modern aging accelerator. Deep diaphragmatic breathing, daily meditations, disconnect from screen or control screen time, frequent laughters, hugs, lovely verbal communications, positive relationships, gratitude expressions, spend time in sunlight. Those are all biochemical resets and your daily must-dos, okay? And whatever you do, do not rush. Plan things in advance within the time slots that you can actually handle things without stress. In the end of the day, there is no such thing as being too slow or too fast or whatever. You do you. Do it as timely as you can and forget about opinions of the others. Exercise your calmness. Do not get wound up over little things. Make them go away. Switch off and switch on again and change the theme, okay? Now, if you practice that, taking your thought away from something that upsets you time and time again, it will eventually make you more resilient over time towards things that used to make you flare up. Stay calm, stay cool, It is you that matters. Who cares what others think? It's just a sideshow and nothing to do with you, okay? Number 8, support, do not depend. Supplements are there to support your biology, not to replace it. A few smart supplements would make difference. Vitamin D3 for immune and DNA integrity in winter times when sunlight is not accessible. Magnesium and zinc for repair. Resveratrol and turmeric for mitochondrial health. B vitamins for NAD production and energy metabolism. Melatonin for deeper sleep drives. L-tryptophan and L-theanine for nerve calmness, balanced electrolytes, okay, omega-3s but only coming from real fish, and flaxseed and chia seeds. Omega-3 fish oils are rancid and oxidative and dangerous for the body, as they do in fact overload your detoxifying organs with heavy metals and other debris. So adding supplements is a good practice, but without good diet, sleep and movement, they just got nothing to add on to. So think that nutrition plus supplement complements your body, while supplements without nutrition or instead of nutrition has nothing to bind to and total waste of your money and time. Okay, now let's talk about the gap between promise and practice. Scientists can slow aging in worms, mice and petri dishes, but the human organism is infinitely more complex, okay? We live with emotions, memories, stress and circadian rhythms that no lab can replicate. You can take every supplement on the shelf, but if you are not eating proper balanced nutrition or starving yourself and then overindulging on toxic foods like protein mixtures and bars and fatty fast foods, or sleeping for 4 to 5 hours a night and scrolling till midnight, no magic molecule will save you. Longevity doesn't belong to elite. It belongs to disciplined, okay? It's built quietly in kitchens, gymnasiums, lovely atmospheres and morning walks, in small daily choices that compound. It's the ordinary things done consistently that make the extraordinary difference, as the anti-aging markers embedded into your DNA and have to be awakened and activated. As simple as that. The irony is that simplicity is what science keeps rediscovering. That hydration, clean foods, emotional calmness, and regular exercise are still the strongest levers against biological decline. The genius is simple, baby. Okay, now let's map out a daily reality that works. Morning, lemon water 40 minutes before food. Black organic Arabica coffee brew, 30 minutes of HIIT exercise, stretching, breakfast, nice and vibrant shower. Daytime, have a nice lunch made out of lovely natural foods, looking out of the window or having it with the loved ones or a friend, and remember to enjoy every bite of it because real foods are beautiful. Evening, have a nice early dinner, a cup of fresh tea with a fruit, wind down, read a book, watch a nice movie if you want, dim the lights, breathe deeply, write something positive, and sleep in a dark and cool room. Okay? Now, your daily nitty-gritties. Start always your mornings with first sight on nature. Detox with a glass of lemon water. Exercise smart, 30 minutes a day. Short explosive interval of plyometrics, cardio and strict training. Try to spend time on your feet, moving here and there every now and then. Work, learn, challenge, evolve. Spend 10 to 15 minutes in quiet, in lying down or sitting meditation, or in peaceful walk in nature. Express your gratitudes either in writing or in verbal. Have hugs and lovely conversations. Calm the nervous system. The hormones will follow. Eat real, colorful, and wholesome foods in balanced meals. Take your supplementation, but with meals only, as it is an addition to your nutrition, not the other way around, okay? Prioritize your sleep. Prepare for it with excitement. Measure your sleeping results and track it daily so you know what works best for a deeper recovery, okay? That's it. No gimmicks, no biohacking extremes, just the consistency that makes biology trust you again. Let's sum up. When you strip away the marketing, longevity is not about extending time. It's about uncovering it, activating it, and improving the quality of it. Your cells don't care about trends, they care about signals. Give them stability and they will give you a vitality, because the true equation isn't science equal youth. It's simplicity plus consistency equals longevity. If it spoke to you, drop a comment below and share it with people that need to hear this. Thank you very much for watching and see you next time.